Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're plunging into, well, a really fascinating collection of your sources.
Yeah, they look quite different on the surface.
They really do. One's about personal well-being, the other more professional development.
Uh-huh.
But what connects them is, I think, how both offer these really distinct practical ways to gain valuable knowledge.
Exactly.
So our mission for this deep dive is basically to pull out the most important nuggets, help you get informed quickly, whatever the topic.
That's always the goal, isn't it? Helping you, the listener, understand not just what's there, but what really matters.
And why it matters.
Right. Why it's relevant. We want to extract those actionable insights so you can actually use this new knowledge.
Okay, so let's unpack this first one.
Let's do it.
We're starting with the material on From Burnout to Balance
Yeah.
by Patricia Bannon. She's an MS, RDN.
A registered dietitian nutritionist.
Right, with over 20 years of experience. But what really jumps out...
Her personal story.
Exactly. She personally went through burnout and recovered. That adds, well, a whole other layer.
It really does. And that's what's so compelling here. Her own struggle, it makes the strategies she shares feel authentic.
Mm-hmm.
It grounds the advice in real-world experience. That's just crucial if you're feeling overwhelmed. It's not just theory.
No, it feels very lived. She calls the book a true labor of love, and you can sort of feel that.
Yeah.
And she positions it as this two-in-one resource.
Part health book, part cookbook.
Right. The health book part is interesting. It's like a back-to-basics plan for food and lifestyle.
Okay.
But it's cleverly structured around 4 core issues tied to burnout: mood, immunity, focus, and sleep.
Ah, that's smart. So it's not just a general fixed burnout plan.
No, it lets you target your specific struggle areas.
And connecting that to the bigger picture, that individualized focus, it really tackles how complex burnout is.
Right.
It gets away from that one-size-fits-all idea and helps you personalize your healing based on where you need support.
And then there's the practical side, the cookbook.
60-plus recipes.
Yeah, over 60. Delicious plant-centric recipes designed specifically to fight burnout.
Oh.
But it's more than just the recipes themselves. Each one has these time and budget-saving tips.
Which is essential when you're burned out.
Totally invaluable. Plus, nutrition info explaining why the recipe helps, so cooking becomes, mindful.
Turning food into medicine, essentially.
Yeah. And the examples sound great. Avocado sweet potato toast with an egg, sleepy almond chamomile cookies,
Oh, those sound nice.
and poblano and portobello tacos, so real food.
Definitely.
And beyond the kitchen, there's more practical stuff in the book.
Like what?
Well, it gets into the science behind burnout, including why it sometimes affects women differently than men.
Ah, interesting. Exploring those physiological nuances.
Right. And there are real-life stories from women who actually broke the burnout cycle. So, relatable examples.
The Rababs, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. And for quick action, you get lists top 25 foods for mood, immunity, focus, sleep. Very. Plus, week-long meal plans for each of those symptoms.
Tailored plans.
A food staple shopping list, and even 20 nearly no-cook meals.
Oh, that's clever. For those really low energy days.
Absolutely. And recipes are marked for things like one dish, vegan, gluten-free. It really caters to different needs.
This is where the book seems to really shine, doesn't it?
How so?
It moves past just abstract advice. It raises a question for you, the listener. How do tools like these specific lists, the meal plans, those nearly no-cook ideas, how do they give you actual practical steps?
Yeah.
Steps that don't add to the overwhelm you're already feeling when trying to make a change. It's about making recovery sustainable.
Exactly. And the endorsements really hit on that practicality, too.
Oh, yeah.
Ellie Krieger mentions totally realistic solutions with humor, compassion, and expertise.
Nice.
David L. Katz calls it cool water for a burning thirst, promising real and lasting relief.
Wow, that's powerful.
Maya Feller praised the tasty recipes, beautiful photos, and genius tips. And Rocco DiSpirito basically said it gives you all the tools and information needed and called it a roadmap to taking back control.
So a lot of strong support for its practical approach.
Definitely. Oh, and there's a bonus chapter offer, too.
For who?
For career-driven women feeling stressed and overwhelmed if they sign up for an email list. It's designed to boost energy.
Good extra resource then.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit.
Right.
What does all this mean when we turn to your second source, the WebJunction course catalog sign-up?
Yeah, completely different topic, obviously.
Totally different, but still very practical, just in a professional context.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating here is just the sheer accessibility of professional development that WebJunction offers.
Explain that a bit.
Well, it provides free courses and webinar archives, completely free.
Ew.
To all library workers and volunteers, it's an incredible resource for that community.
Wow, free access to quality learning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about helping individuals grow. It's like it democratizes knowledge for that whole profession, helps build skills without a cost barrier.
Okay, so how do you get access? The source lays out the steps,
Right, the sign-up process. It's pretty standard stuff at first.
like creating an account.
Yeah, you click the Create New Account button,
Yeah.
then choose a username. Important detail here.
What's that?
All lowercase letters for the username.
Ah, good tip. Easy to miss.
Then you make a password, at least 8 characters, upper and lowercase, at least 1 digit. You know, the usual security dance.
Got it. Fill out the rest of the form.
Right, all the
Yeah.
required fields. Then an email gets sent immediately.
A confirmation email.
Yes. And here's the absolute crucial part.
Okay.
You must click the web link in that email,
Standard procedure.
but you only have 7 days to do it.
Only 7. What happens if you miss it?
Your account gets deleted. You have to start the whole process over again.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that 7-day window is critical. Don't file the email away for later.
Exactly. Click that link. It confirms your account, signs you in for the first time, and then
Enjoy learning.
enjoy learning. You're in.
So that specific detail, that 7-day limit, that's the key takeaway for accessing this resource smoothly.
Precisely. That's the nugget. And if we connect this back, understanding these small steps like that confirmation window, it means you unlock this huge library of free educational stuff without any hassle. You turn simple instructions into direct access.
So WebJunction isn't just a list of courses?
No, think of it more like a free ecosystem for professional growth for library folks.
Covering what kinds of topics?
Things like digital literacy, community engagement, adapting library services, really essential practical knowledge to boost your career, all from following those steps.
So this deep dive, it's really shown how varied sources can be.
Yeah, really different focus areas.
But equally valuable, right? Whether it's managing personal well-being with a structured plan like Banan's book.
Using food and lifestyle strategies.
Or accessing professional development via clear online steps like with WebJunction.
The key is knowing where to look.
And knowing how to actually use the information effectively so it works for you.
Exactly. It's about turning information into action.
Making it stick.
So maybe a final thought for you, the listener, bringing these two threads together.
Okay.
How can you leverage the practical frameworks we've seen here, whether it's structured strategies for personal balance or clear guidelines for accessing knowledge? How can you use those kinds of frameworks to actively shape your own growth, both personal and professional?
Turning that raw information
Into tangible progress.
Yeah.
Into really being well-informed.